Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. We are back again with another live stream. As you enter the stream, I would appreciate if you just click the like button. That way more people can be notified. Topic of discussion: Tabitha Brown weeps for Stefan, Twitch boss, and Tyler Perry reveals his suicide attempts. Yeah, that's right. We got a lot to talk about. This is going to be a very touchy topic. That's right. I got a lot to talk about. We're going to reveal a lot of details. We're going to break some things down. Y'all already done know how I do. We're about to go to work. So, hey, you ain't got nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? Chilling at the crib, wherever. We're about to get into a lot of details, a lot of information. Now, let me set the ground rules. As you enter the stream, and you're in the chat, please avoid posting any profanity. If you do want to use any sort of choice words, use the asterisk symbol. Use the asterisk symbol to pretty much hide your words. For example, if you wanted to say, F, F that, you know what I'm saying? You would write it like that, Use that to hide certain words. We want you to pretty much rock out in the chat, do what you want to do. Just be respectful, keep everything clean, no fighting, no insults. And, we just have a good time, have a good discussion, and that's about it. But with this particular situation here, I'm going to break some things down that's going to be a little tough for a lot of you. So if you're an emotional person, don't even watch my stream. If you're a person that you're just too emotional and you just can't sit through a lecture, don't view. Because I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm here to deal with real talk. I'm here to deal with the issues at hand. On social media right now, they are basically destroying the legacy of, DJ Stefan. They're destroying his name. And a lot of people in high places, sad to say, they're clout chasing at this point. And we're going to reveal all of that. We're going to expose it all. We're going to put it all out there. No one is escaping the judgment. We have a lot of work to do. Now, if you've been following the streams, I showed you a clip of Stefan pretty much talking about his mom. Now, again, I got to break things down without no sugarcoat. So let me just make it very clear and publicly clear to everybody in the chat that the video that Stefan made regarding his mom, although it sounds good, although it sounds very touchy, it's fake. I know that may bother a couple of you folks, but I have to just let it be known. Again, I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm here to deal with real issues, real talk, and I'm going to break it all down. I do believe that he got a lot of love for his mom. I'm not saying that's fake. I do believe that his mom was there for him and he had a good upbringing. I'm not taking that away. But what I'm saying is that the video itself is fake. And I have the receipts to prove that. When I do my streams, I don't play. I deal with the real. The reason for that is because him and his wife partnered up with some other company or some other agency. So I discovered on her Instagram that she posts a similar video. And when I noticed her wordplay, it was similar to his wordplay. And I said, wait a minute, this is not coming from the heart. This is just promotion. This is not real. You understand? So I want to examine that. I want to make you see that. And then we're going to take a look at Tabitha as she weeps and cries and wails and become extremely emotional. And it's all for clout. I have to call it for what it is. Again, I'm not here to be sentimental. I'm here to deal with real talk. Right? Tabitha was clout chasing, and it's unacceptable. I understand what she's doing. She's using the typical method of operation. Gather the attention with the tears, the emotion, the crying, talk about children, all of that type of stuff. But see, there's one problem. I don't see Stefan Twitch Boss's wife crying on social media. I don't see her doing that. You understand? I don't see his wife crying on social media. So when I see another woman crying for another man, but I don't see his wife crying for her own husband, that raises red flags. So let's get into this. Let's break this thing down. Again, as you enter into the building, I would really appreciate it if you just click the like button. If you don't feel like clicking the like button right now, you could click the like button at the end of the show. It doesn't really matter, but it does matter to me because it helps the algorithm. So I would really appreciate that. Nonetheless, I don't want to waste no more time rambling. Let's break this thing down and make sense of everything that we see. Let's go. Hold on, you already done know I always mess up with the volume. Let me put the volume up. Okay, volume is good. Now we already done reviewed this video, but I want to break everything down for you.
I'm partnering with Truist today to highlight how care has...
Notice he said he's partnering with Truist today. He said he's partnering. He's partnering with someone today. So this is not really a video that is a man expressing how he feel about his mom. This is a company that he is partnering with to do some sort of campaigning for, some sort of promotional thing. So this is not genuine. This is not a video tribute to mom. This is not that. This is promotion. And I got the receipts to prove my point.
I'm partnering with Truist today to highlight how care has the power to change lives. Now, I've seen the power of care in my own life through the incredible relationship I have with my mom. You know, my mom always let me know that there isn't anything I couldn't do, you know, besides coming home after curfew. Sorry, Mom. But when it came to dancing, you know...
Again, remember I taught you about the rubbing of one's head on the side anywhere. Look.
Anything I couldn't do, you know, besides coming home after curfew. Sorry, Mom.
You see? You see that? Again. That was just thrown into the video to make it sound good. Nonetheless, the video does sound good. I'm not taking anything away from that. But what I want you to understand is that the video was not made for his mom. The video was a promotional thing. That's all it is.
When it came to dancing, you know, I feel like I started a lot later than a lot of people do. So I always felt like I was playing a game of catch up. So my mom got me my first video camera so I could actually watch myself practice and critique myself and get better. And the way that she took notice of how serious I was about getting better and how dedicated I was to dance, it just made it the perfect gift. And
now everything he said there is true. His mom did get him his first video camera. All of that is real. All of that is true. At the same time, he's partnering with a company to do these things, to promote whatever they're doing. I need for you to understand that, because here's the issue, and you're going to see that shortly. Again, we're talking about a man that the mainstream media is claiming that he self-deleted himself. Like he just went out there and just said, I'm done with life because I'm stressed out and struggling, right? Now, look at what he's promoting and look at what he's partnered with. He's partnered with something that talks about love and being there for people and all of this other stuff. right? And being there for family and doing all of this other good things. That's what it sounds like, right? Now, pay attention now, because I need for you to put on your thinking caps. Let's go.
As a matter of fact, that care that went into giving that gift made the tWitch that you know today.
The tWitch that you know today, which mean all the love and everything he got from his mom. So if he got all of that from his mom, then why would he delete himself if he got all of that love from his mom? Why would he do that? Why would he do that? Why? Why would he do that? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I need for you to be logical throughout the whole stream. Do not be emotional. I need you to be logical, not emotional. Emotions will get you in trouble. It's one thing to feel sad. It's one thing to be concerned, but people that normally be emotional, they never listen to the truth because their feelings make them think certain ways, and it just makes them forget about what's being said. It's like they just ignore all real talk. It's like their emotions prevent them from thinking clear. I need you to think clear about what you're seeing.
And everywhere that I dance and try to spread smiles and spread joy is a byproduct of that care.
Now, if it's a byproduct of that care and everything you do, and it's just a byproduct of all that care, then why would you self-delete? Why? That would mean that everything he said there is not true. Think, people. Think. If everything he said is true, why would he self-delete?
I love you, Mom. Thank you.
He thanked his mom, and I believe he do love his mom, and he thanked his mom. At the same time, with all that love, with all that care, why would a man delete himself knowing that he got children, wife, prosperity? Why would he give that up for?
And y'all, the world needs more stories to inspire care.
No, notice what he just said. The world needs more stories to inspire care. Now look at this.
So make sure you share your story by using #TimeForCare.
Now notice that. He just told you to use the hashtag #TimeForCare. Now, at first, I thought this was just an authentic video of him just sharing about his mom and all the other stuff, but then I saw this.
This time of year, I think we all spend a little bit more time reflecting on the things that matter most to us. And for me, one of those things is being so grateful for the care I was shown in my life to help me get to where I am today. So I'm partnering with Truist to shine a spotlight on someone who changed my life through the power of care, and that's my mother.
Do you see the same exact thing? Do you see this? Do you see exactly what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? She's basically doing the same exact thing he's doing. They partnered with someone to make those videos. Sort of like when you're a YouTuber and you have some sort of sponsor and you would promote their product, or you would just say some words to promote whatever it is. That's what they just did. That's all it was. It doesn't mean that it's real. Because if everything they say here is real, why would this man self-delete? Let's listen to what she have to say, and listen carefully, and again, think logically. Listen.
Time reflecting on the things that matter most to us. And for me, one of those things is being so grateful for the care I was shown in my life to help me get to where I am today. So I'm partnering with Truist to shine a spotlight on someone who changed my life through the power of care, and that's my mother. My mom has just always taught me to chase my dreams and go after whatever it is I want to do, and just make sure that I love what I'm doing in my life and I'm spreading that same kind of love and joy. So it's made me have that same drive and passion to want to do that for so many other people. I want to do that for my own family.
She says she want to do that for her own family. Okay, where was that for your husband? Talk to me. Talk to me. If this is real, where was all of that for your husband to know if he was in a dark place? If this is real, where was all of that support for your husband? A wife should know if her husband is going through it. All of you ladies out there in the clouds, you know what I'm talking about. If you got a man, you know when he's feeling bad. You know when he's hungry. You know when he need a cup of tea. You know. So how is it that if this is real, how could she not have been applying this to her man, to her husband, to make sure that he good. Listen carefully.
I want to do that for my own children. I want to do it for people all around the world, to give them a space to feel safe.
A space to feel safe. A space to feel safe. A space to feel safe. A space to feel safe. Okay, it sounds good. Right? We love to say mental illness is real. Okay, a space to feel safe. Where was Stefan's space to feel safe, to talk to you if you're his wife? Why was none of this information that they're talking about in these videos applied in the house to make sure Stefan is good? Because if it wasn't applied in the house to make sure that he is good, that means that it's not real. Period. Bars. That's no different than you going to the church and the preacher is preaching. You apply everything they taught you and nothing works. Your house is still in shambles, even after listening to the pastor. Listen.
Do and explore whatever their dreams are, and just know that they can find love and joy from just being exactly who they are, and that's all the world needs. And so with that being said, the world needs to hear more stories like yours to inspire more care. So please share your story by using hashtag #TimeForCare. We want to hear from you because every story is important.
You see that? Do you see that? So she basically said the same exact thing that her husband said in the beginning. We're going to watch that one more time, and then we're going to get into the situation regarding Tyler Perry and Tabitha Brown, because I got to definitely go into that and break down all them details. But let's listen to him again.
I'm partnering with Truist today to highlight how care has the power to change lives. Now, I've seen the power of care in my own life through the incredible relationship I have with my mom. You know, my mom always let me know that there isn't anything I couldn't.
And as you can see, it's more or less directed towards them talking about their relationship with their mom. You see that? You ain't hear him say, oh, I have this great relationship with my wife. Do you understand what I'm saying? Nor did she say, I have this great relationship with my husband. So it's something to promote your relationship with your mom. You ain't hear no great relationship with your dad. Notice, as fathers, notice this, brothers, as men, we don't get no love at all. We don't get none, period, whatsoever. You understand? We never hear anything about relationships with your father and the love of your father. Everything is just focused on the mom. As men, we don't get no support, none. Everything goes towards mom. Keep that in mind.
Do, besides coming home after curfew. Sorry, Mom. But when it came to dancing, I feel like I started a lot later than a lot of people do. So I always felt like I was playing a game of catch up. So my mom got me my first video camera so I could actually watch myself practice and critique myself and get.
Notice there's nothing there about what the father did. Notice that. Notice that. Notice that, gentlemen. There's nothing there about what the father did in support of what he did. Everything was credited to mom. It would suggest that the father wasn't even active in his life. That's what people would believe, right? That mom did everything and dad did nothing. That's sad. It's really sad how as men, we really get no credit for anything.
Better. And the way that she took notice of how serious I was about getting better and how dedicated I was to dance, it just made it the perfect gift. And as a matter of fact, that care that went into giving that gift made the tWitch that you know today.
Notice the tWitch that you know today is based upon what his mom did for him. At no point did he even show his father any love or any respect. You see that? Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, I am not a respect of persons. I don't have a respect of persons. You know what I mean? I'm not partial in judgment. I'm fair and balanced, and I break things down accordingly to make you understand what is going on. The mom got all the credit for everything. The dad got nothing. So basically the dad he don't even exist in his world. That's sad. But again, this campaigning for whatever company they partnered up with told them to do this. And that's how they got paid. Because you're not going to do that for free. You get paid to do that. What I'm trying to show you is even though he may have love for his mom and his mom love him. I'm not discrediting the mom or saying he don't love his mom or saying that that part of his life is not real. That's not what I'm focused on. What I'm trying to make you understand is that these videos is not real. It's a campaign. Because if it was real, he would be alive today because they would be applying these principles in their life. That's what I'm saying. You know? Somebody said the dad probably was old school, didn't think dancing would make him money, wanted him to get a real job. See, that type of old school mentality for a lot of men, it doesn't really make sense. And then for people to say get a real job, that's not even helpful at all, because we've been trained to just go work for somebody rather than be our own boss. So I doubt that he was just old fashioned and didn't care about dancing. A father is supposed to be there for his son, regardless what he's doing in terms of his creativity and talent. Because if it's something that he loves, you got to be behind what your son is doing, your daughter is doing. Telling him to get a real job is to imply that having a job is going to open up these doors for you to have everything you want in life. No, a job only pays you just to get to next week. That's it. I'm just being honest with you. Most people that go to their real job don't even like going there. They hate going there. If it was up to them, they wouldn't even want to be there. But because they got to pay them bills, they go. Right or wrong. A lot of people that are old school been trained to just work for somebody. We were never really taught to have businesses, to be entrepreneurs, to be successful in different fields, to, be active and productive and be a producer. We were not trained to do that. We were trained to just get a job and be thankful that we got a job. And we got to deal with the BS of clocking in, dealing with a supervisor, dealing with all his headaches. And that's as far as our life go. And then you get a pension and then you die. That's pretty much it. We were never taught to build generational wealth. You cannot build generational wealth by just going to a 9-to-5. That's not going to build generational wealth for your children's children. It's never going to happen. So if his mother was behind him in terms of helping him with his dreams, then she did a good job. But I'm pretty sure the father was there for him too. I'm pretty sure the father was instrumental in his life. And it's just sad that he didn't get the credit that he deserved as a man. Because we see him in photos with his dad. We see him in photos, so I'm pretty sure the father was there too. Matter of fact, I would go as far to say that it was most likely probably his father that got the damn camera. And he just gave the mom the credit. Because the father normally be the one working, you know what I mean? He just give him the money and then mom go take the money and buy the son the camera, But anyway, let's get back to the tapes.
And everywhere that I dance and try to spread smiles and spread joy is a byproduct of that care. So I love you, Mom. Thank you. And y'all, the world needs more stories to inspire care. So make sure you share your story by using #TimeForCare.
This time of year, I think we all spend a little bit more time reflecting on the things that matter most to us. And for me, one of those things is being so grateful for the care I was shown in my life to help me get to where I am today.
The same words that the husband said is the same words she repeats.
So I'm partnering with Truist to shine a
She's partnering with Truist.
spotlight on someone who changed my life through the power of care.
Notice the one who changed her life. And she's focusing on her mother. You don't see nothing about a father.
And that's my mother. My mom has just always taught me to chase my dreams and go after whatever.
Notice the fathers never teach anyone to chase their dreams. Do you see how as men we are erased from our children's lives and the mothers get all the credit? Are you all seeing that? Now, there's nothing wrong with celebrating your mom. There's nothing wrong if your mom was there for you and did great things. But let's not forget about your dad now. Let's not forget about pops. Seriously. This doesn't even make no sense. So you mean to tell me both of them praise just their mom and their father get nothing? No praise, nothing? Whatever happened to honor thy mother and thy father that your days may be long on this earth? It didn't say just honor your mom. I mean, if your father wasn't there and he was a deadbeat, then hey, it is what it is. But if your father was active in your life, don't neglect him. Give him his just due too and his flowers.
Whatever it is I want to do, and just make sure that I love what I'm doing in my life and I'm spreading that same kind of love and joy. So it's made me have that same drive and passion to want to do that for so many other people.
So many other people she wanted to do that for. Why wasn't it done for Twitch?
Do that for my own family.
She said she wanted to do this for her own family. Okay, why wasn't it done for Twitch? Why? Because again, everybody's painting Twitch as if though he had some sort of mental problems, as if though he was depressed, as if though he had anxiety and stress. Okay, if she practiced what she preached as a wife, how could her husband just get up in the morning and say, okay, I'm tired of living, if he have an active wife that's showing him nothing but love? Come on, man, the man was murdered. Twitch was murdered. He was murdered, and I'm going to continue to sound the alarm. That man did not go self-delete, bro. Seriously. Let's go.
I want to do that for my own children. I want to do it for people all around the world.
She want to do it for people all around the world. Why would you want to do that for people all around the world and you not doing it for your own husband? Does that make sense? She would have had to been applying all of this to her husband. But see, here's the thing, fam. She's just doing a campaign ad. That's all it is, some promotional campaigning, and it's not real. That's all I'm trying to show you, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm trying to show you, that it was not real. That's all campaigning. What you see on social media, a lot of times, it appears as if though everybody's just happy and having a great time. And a lot of times, it's all for the cameras. It's all for the gram. It's all for the attention of the people. And behind closed doors, people have a whole nother life that you don't even know about.
To give them a space to feel safe, to do and explore whatever their dreams are, and just know that they can find love and joy from just being exactly who they are. And that's all the world needs.
Wow.
And so with that being said, the world needs to hear more stories like yours to inspire more care. So please share your story by using #TimeForCare. We want to hear from you because every story is important.
Put out all that damn noise up in there. I'm getting ready to do an interview. Hush.
I love it. How you doing?
Now we're at the section where we are about to go into the point that you're and the reason why you're here. I mean, you saw the title, so I have to deliver, right? Let's get into it.
Good, my love. Congratulations on all your success.
Oh my goodness, honey. Thank you. Congratulations to you.
Now, the first thing they always do is congratulate each other on their success. This is what they do. But now, if you notice Tyler Perry's hands, he's throwing up the pyramid. You have to pay very close attention to details. He's throwing up the pyramid because he's letting them folks know that he's just doing his job. You got to understand this, ladies and gentlemen. Another point that I need to make very clear is that these two individuals are supposed to be Christians. They're supposed to be churchgoers. They're supposed to be those who believe in the Bible, right? Let's hear what they have to say.
I'm just so honored in this moment. I was so excited when they told me that I would have this opportunity to talk to you.
When they told her that she would have the opportunity to talk to him, because you just can't talk to Tyler Perry. They gotta open that door for you. The industry, the Balfourman.
It just brings back so many memories for me. I remember the first day that my granny said, look at this thing we got right here, this tape we got, and we put it in, and it was your play, and we all sat around after church, and we all sat around after church, and we all sat around after church, and we all sat around after church.
They all sat around after church to watch Tyler Perry. They didn't sat around after church to obey the Bible. They didn't sat around after church to do none of that. You see that? They sat around after church to watch a bootleg version of Medea. Let's go.
And we watched it every Sunday, it felt like.
They watched it every Sunday. They were religiously addicted to this man in a dress.
For a couple of weeks, it just became
that's awesome.
a thing.
But let me ask you something. Where she get the tape from?
Listen, what I want you to know is you probably didn't get no residual income, okay?
That's all right.
right. That's all right. It worked out.
Basically, what she's saying is they had the bootleg version that they got off of Tom Dom from down the block. Right? You remember those bootleg DVDs that you get for like $5 back in the day?
Oh, it worked out.
To this day, I don't know where she got it from. Okay,
Yeah.
I know that it was there.
That's
but
awesome.
Even now, families are still sitting around watching Medea after all this time. How does that feel?
They're all watching Medea. They're all watching a man in a dress. Again, these are supposed to be churchgoers that believe in God. Right? So it's okay in their eyes for men to wear dresses. Let's go.
You know, it feels great. Like I stumbled upon something that has spoke to so many people around the world, and that's really, really awesome to see people get joy. That's why I wanted to do it again, because so much madness is going on in the world, and there's so much confusion and pandemic. I just wanted to do something to make people laugh. So it feels really good, really good.
Yeah, honey. Joy is always the root, right?
That's right. Exactly right.
If we can spread that, honey, we doing something right.
Notice that if you spread some joy and you do this, then you're doing something right. Now, we set the stage by using this particular clip to prepare you to see if that's what they're going to do. I believe in the tree is known by his or her fruit. So if Tala is supposed to be a man that believe in the Lord, if Tabitha is supposed to be a woman that is church going and believe in Jesus, then surely everything they talk about, everything they do would have the fruits of the Spirit to encourage people to get their life right, to apply the principles, to have a better life, right? Let's see what they got to say.
Yep, that's the way up for sure.
Hey everybody, I, like the rest of the world, am shocked by the death of Stephen Boss, tWitch. And it prompted me to come on to talk to any of you who are going through hard times, struggling. I've only met him a couple times, and he was always full of life and seemed like such a light. But with that said, I just want to take you back to a time in my life where I tried to commit suicide a couple of times.
Now notice what he just did. He just said that there was a couple of times he tried to self-delete. Why is he telling us this? Why is he promoting this? Why? Why are you doing this, Mr. Tyler Perry? Why are you telling us this for? Why are you making it or normalizing self-deletion? Why are you doing that? Why are you using this man's death to clout chase? Because that's what this is. You are clout chasing. You're not making these people come to the Most High. You're not making these people learn to recognize the real reasons why they struggle. You're not going into details about the real underlying issues where people have in terms of mental illness. You're not going down into that. But instead, you want to talk about a couple of times where you try to self-delete. Let's hear why. And again, people, body language. Look at everything he do. Watch all the hand movements. Watch how he begin his story and he start touching his face. Watch.
It was so dark. I didn't think it would get any better. I had endured so much pain, so much abuse, sexual abuse. It was all so hard to just move through that I thought the only way to make this better, this pain go away, is to end my life.
So you thought it would be better to end your life because of pain, because you were abused. Well, guess what? Stefan wasn't abused. Stefan wasn't broke. Stefan had a family. Stefan had everything going good for him. He ain't have everything going bad for him. So why are you even talking? Seriously. You mixing Stefan inside this when he had nothing to do with none of the traumas and dramas you've been through. He had a good life. So why would he self-delete What pain was he feeling? When him and his wife just finished talking about partnering up with truists on how the love of their mom opened up doors for them, and they had this and they had that, and the wife talked about how she want to do this and that for her family and all this love and excitement and encouragement. Well, if you think about it, tWitch had it all. Nice automobile, nice home, wife, kids, money, opportunity, social media success. What pain was he in? What depression was he in? The wife never mentioned anything about depression. It's like all of a sudden, now that this man is dead, you got all these celebrities, all these people want to come out and capitalize off his death by pushing the same narrative now of self-deletion. Y'all got to look at these things and y'all got to understand what is going on. Who is paying this man to do this? Because, ladies and gentlemen, it was a blood sacrifice. They deleted this man. They purposely took this brother out. And now they're trying to paint it as if though he was just suffering with pain. How? How is he suffering with pain? I don't want to hear none of that mess. Let's rewind this thing back. Let's roll it from the top. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play his whole part straight through for you without interrupting. And then I'm going to share my commentary. Ready? Let's go.
Hey, everybody. I, like the rest of the world, am shocked by the death of Stephen Boss, tWitch. And it prompted me to come on to talk to any of you who are going through hard times, struggling. I've only met him a couple of times. He was always full of life and seemed like such a light. But with that said, I just want to take you back to a time in my life where I tried to commit suicide a couple of times because it was so dark. I didn't think it would get any better. I had endured so much pain, so much abuse, sexual abuse. It was all so hard to just move through that I thought the only way to make this better, this pain go away, is stay in my life. Had any of those attempts happened, I would have missed the best part of my life. I know you may be going through some things. I know you may seem like there is no hope, but please reach out to someone. I'm going to post this number. Call, ask for help if you are dealing with anything that is emotionally taking you to a place where you think you want to end your life. What I realized now, looking back on all those dark times, is sometimes the pain is a buy-in. I know that's hard to understand. Not all the time. Sometimes the pain is a buy-in. That's the way I had to learn to look at it to get through it. What I mean by that is all that pain, all of that hell, all of that struggle. If I had given up, if I had stopped, I wouldn't have seen the better part of my life. So I was buying into something. I was paying for something. I know that doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but for me, it was the way I was able to rationalize it, to be able to move through the pain, knowing that if I could just get through this moment and get through this moment, there's got to be something better. And my life now, I'm the happiest I've ever been. Life is full of joy and love, things I never thought I'd get to. And I'm saying that to you, if you are a person who is considering suicide or ending your life, and you've already been through a lot of hell, please, please, please think about what the other side could be. It could be amazing. And you would miss the best part of it going through the darkness. Don't let the darkness stop you from getting to this incredible place of light. My hope is that if you need help, that you reach out, call this number. God bless you. I'm with you. I'm a living witness. You can make it through it. And I'm so glad that my attempts didn't work. I'm still alive, the best part of my life. And I would have missed it had I decided to end it. So, well, I did, but if it had worked. So thank you. My prayers are with you. Let's end this new year loving us, loving on each other, and encouraging ourselves. Because it's going to take that from within. God bless you. Rest in peace, tWitch.
Now notice everything that he had to say right there. Notice that he had mentioned nothing about the Most High, nothing about the demonic spirits that people fight, nothing about the inner turmoil, the struggles, nothing. We're talking about a man that claimed he followed the Lord. He gave you nothing but a 800 number because he's working for them boys. He don't care about nobody. He used that as an opportunity to push the narrative that Stefan deleted himself. And he's using that to play on your emotions so that you can be all mushy and emotional and in your feelings. Do you see what he just did? Now, we're going to rewind it back and break it down because there's a lot of things he did, a lot of things he said. We got to uncover all of this stuff. I don't sugarcoat. I don't play around, fam. We got to do the right thing here.
For sure.
Hey, everybody. I, like the rest of the world, am shocked by the death of Stephen Boss.
No, he's not. He's not shocked by Stephen Boss. He's not shocked. Where was Tyler when Rapper Takeoff got deleted? Where was Tyler when Shanquella got deleted? You see, this is what I mean, ladies and gentlemen. They pick and choose when they want to come out because they want to promote mental illness. They put these people to talk about these things because they know people are going to follow them. When you hear Tyler Perry speak, he got a large platform. People are going to listen to him. That's what influence is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, social media is a battlefield. There is a war going on social media right now. Good versus evil. Good versus evil. The good, the righteous versus the evildoers. Social media is a battlefield, and they're all fighting for your ear to influence you. The evildoer wants to deceive you and keep you dumbed down. The righteous want to edify you and build you up so you could be a better person. Tyler is being used by the powers that be to capitalize off of the blood sacrifice, because that's exactly what it is, a blood sacrifice. Let's make no mistake about it. All right. This is a blood sacrifice. Matter of fact, let me see. To everybody in the chat, let's ask you. Let's get you involved. Do you believe that the death of Stefan was done by his own hand? Or do you believe that some other party have an involvement with deleting him? Do you believe it was a blood sacrifice? Do you believe he just said, you know what, I'm fed up with life, I just want to end it? Like, what are your thoughts? What do you believe? Option 2. Okay. He found a niche until he needed to give someone away or himself. Blood sacrifice, other party. People are so taken by this. So many comments saying they crying nonstop after Twitch death. Blood sacrifice. Again, fam, avoid the profanity in the chat. Read the top. Read the posted on the top. Do not post any profanity in the chat. Learn to code your words with asterisks, right? See, a lot of people are ignorant of blood sacrifices. A lot of you out there that don't know what a blood sacrifice is, you need to do your homework because somebody might line you up for a blood sacrifice. These things are real. It's not a game. Happens all the time in the industry. You got to do them. They know that. People in Hollywood know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, that's why everything is contracts. Everything is signed in blood. Trust and believe that. You're not going to enter the devil's world and be successful and be super rich and you haven't taken that oath. You got to do the rituals to get in. Whoever don't want to join those rituals, they're not going to be a part of the elite club. It's just that simple, right? So now Tyler is basically making you feel that he's caring. He's just shocked by the death of Stefan, Twitch boss. But for whatever reason, what about Takeoff? What about Shanquella? They don't matter. But he's using Twitch because it's an alleged suicide. And that's what they're trying to push. They want to push that narrative.
Twitch. And it prompted me to come on to talk to any of you who are going through hard times.
What hard times? Twitch wasn't going through no hard times. Twitch was not going through any hard times. That's a lie. So I don't know why you're coming on to talk to anybody. I don't know why you're coming on acting like you're coming on to talk to anybody that's going through hard times. You got money. So if anybody's going through hard times, why don't you give them a couple of dollars? Why don't you relieve them of their stress? Why don't you go buy them a house? Why don't you do something with all that money you got? You wanna take away some of that depression? Tyler, let's stop capping on IG. Go into your bank account and start doing something for these damn communities. Go out there and start really relieving the stress of the people. All these mothers that are struggling on their jobs trying to get ends meet while their kids are suffering during these seasons, why don't you go do something, Tyler, and stop being a hypocrite? You know good and well why these people out here struggling. You know good and well why these people out here going crazy. Let's stop playing dumb now. Seriously. You're in a great position in your life, but what are you doing for all these people that you are acting like you care about? Because you don't care about none of them. When you really care about people like that, especially if you got money, you're going to want to start doing things for people. I don't want to hear none of that.
Struggling. I've only met him a couple of times. He was always...
You only met him a couple of times. So you don't know him. You don't know him personally. You met him a couple of times.
Full of life and seemed like such a...
If he was full of life, why would he commit suicide? You're not making any sense, bro.
Light. But with that said, I just want to take you back to...
But with that said, do you see? He just canceled out everything he just said. But with that said...
To a time in my life where...
Here he go. Watch that. Did you see that, ladies and gentlemen? Look very carefully. Look very carefully. Listen to this. He's about to go into his life story. Watch the hand movement.
But with that said, I just want to take you back to a time in my life where I tried to commit suicide.
You see that? He's lying. He's lying. You lying. You lying. He's lying, people. He's lying. He is lying. He wasn't trying to commit nothing. He's saying that to pretty much get under your emotions, to make you feel all mushy inside, as if though he know what you're going through. He's lying. And notice how he just like that little it looked like he just swallowed some damn spit or something. Notice this. Notice that gulp that he just did right there. Peep that. Look at the body language.
Full of life and seemed like such a light.
You see that?
But with that said, I just want to take you back to a time in my life where I tried to commit suicide a couple of times.
A couple of times. So you tried to self-delete a couple of times, right? And you really want people to believe that you did that, right? You lying, sir. I don't believe a word you saying. All of the violations of body language you have done. You're looking all to the side. You're not looking into the camera. There's a lot of problems, a lot of red flags. You are lying.
Because it was so dark, I didn't think it would get any better. I had endured.
Why don't you look in the camera when you talking, sir? You can't. You can't. Because you're lying. He's lying. He's telling a lie, people. I know body language. He's lying. He is lying. Let's go.
Ed, I just want to take you back to a time in my life where I tried to commit suicide.
He didn't try.
Because it was so dark, I didn't think it would get any better.
You didn't think it would get any better. You didn't think it would get any better. Haven't we heard that long enough? They even made little songs about it gets better. Y'all heard all of that stuff? It gets better. When they doing these campaigns for people that delete themselves, they love using that particular audio song or whatever. It gets better, right? So you want us to believe that Twitch was so down and out, nothing was going on in his life, right? He was just struggling, even though Master P just said the other day that he was invited to be a special guest DJ at a concert. So he got all this opportunity. I got information on various projects that Twitch was working on, various different opportunities he had in the works. But you want us to believe that he was down and out and he just was struggling, right? And he didn't see it getting any better, so he had to just self-delete, right? So you want to give us your little sob story, right?
Endured so much pain, so much abuse, sexual abuse.
So you endured pain and then you threw in sexual abuse. Why? Why you telling us about sexual abuse now? Now you're getting real sentimental. You really want to get under people's skin with that emotions now, right? So you dealing with all of this stuff. Where was your family? Where was your parents? Where was the police? So let me get this straight. You were dealing with an ongoing situation of nothing but abuse. And you didn't tell nobody. You ain't informed no cousin, no teachers, nothing. You just kind of where is this stuff coming from? Are you suggesting that Twitch was abused by somebody? See, this is what I mean, ladies and gentlemen, on how they use their own personal lies to push the narrative of self-deletion to get you emotional, to accept that this is what Twitch did. And he's trying to make you think that, hey, if you're going through a struggle, you need to call this number. Well, why Twitch didn't call the number? Why Twitch didn't call his wife? Why Twitch didn't call his mom? He just talked about how his mom was always there for him. His pop was always there for him. How could a man that brought light into the room of everybody, how could a man that had so much love for the people go and delete himself? Does that make any logical sense?
It was all so hard to just move through that I thought the only way to make this better, this pain go away, is to end my life.
How is ending your life gonna make the pain go away? You know good and well that ending your life is not gonna make any pain go away. And I don't know why he's talking about all of these things, because Twitch was not in pain. Twitch was a healthy man. Twitch had a whole family. Twitch have 3 kids. He wasn't broke. He wasn't struggling financially. So what would be his problem? Nobody got that answer. Nobody got the answer. Not even his wife got the answer. Because if he had struggles with depression and anxiety, his wife would have came out in the public and started talking about, wow, he struggled with depression. She ain't say nothing. Because that man had no problems. So please tell me, why would a man that got everything going for him in his life, why would he end it all of a sudden? What could have gotten in a man to want to delete himself when he got everything going for himself? Why would anybody do that? See, nobody got the answers. Nobody got the answers. If I ask the chat, what was Twitch struggling with that made him ended his life, allegedly? What was he struggling with? I'll wait. What was he struggling with? Because again, Tyler is wanting you to believe that people that deal with these issues are struggling. Okay, well, what was he struggling with? His wife never said he was struggling with anything. His wife totally accepts that he deleted himself. You know why? Because she may allegedly be involved in the cover-up. I'm just calling it what it is. You understand? To anybody that's in the chat posting nationalities of different people, just delete their comment. You know what I mean? And I'm talking to Melody. Don't come in here with all of that nonsense that you got with any other people. Do you understand me, bro? Seriously, you're on my fucking channel, bro. Do you understand me? Take all of that to your place, to your channel. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Don't come here with, oh, it's them people over there. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, put them on the damn block list, man. Seriously. I don't got no time for this nonsense, man. You going straight on the damn block list. I don't got no time for that, fam. Totally violated. You know what I mean? Real talk. Because see, this is the problem. The same thing Kanye West did that made him lose all his money is the same thing you doing. You dudes don't know how to move. The Bible says, be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. You clowns don't even know how to move. And that's why you can't win. Seriously. And to everybody else, don't tell me easy. Don't say easy brother this, easy brother that. Don't tell me that. You know what I mean? You stay in your lane. You don't tell a grown man easy. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, seriously. People violate and I'm checking them. You don't tell me be easy and all this other nonsense. I'm a grown-ass man. Real spit. This is why we don't got no leaders in the black community, because we got a bunch of soft men out here just letting people just do whatever the hell they want. You don't violate. You violate, I'm gonna check you. Simple as that. This is my platform. You don't come here on my platform doing any sort of nonsense in my chat. I'm gonna check you. It's just that simple. And don't tell me what to do. Real spit. Now, let's get back to the topic.
Had any of those attempts happened, I would have missed the best part of my life.
Now, he said if he would have did any of those things in terms of self-deletion, he would have missed out on the best parts of his life. So let me get this straight. Are you telling me that Twitch wasn't living his best life? You telling me Twitch didn't have no bread? You telling me Twitch didn't have a family? Twitch had all the success you could want. But you making it seem like if you would have did or went through with it, you would have never become who you are today. Well, Twitch was already successful, so what are you talking about? Why would he delete himself? Why would Twitch delete himself when he have everything? Success, wife, kids, social media, he got money, clout, recognition. He's in the industry. Why would this man delete himself? Nobody got that answer, man. But yet y'all saying he committed suicide. How do you know that? Where's the investigation? This man was murdered. Even his wife is accepting that he deleted himself. That's not normal. A wife is gonna be like, hell no. What happened to my husband? But yet we got Tyler over here sharing his little sentimental stories to go with the narrative of Twitch deleted himself. So basically Twitch is a coward. Might as well you just put that on his tombstone, right? Might as well we just engrave on his tombstone, Stefan Twitch boss, the coward that deleted himself and left his family behind, right? Is that what you're saying, Tyler? Is that the legacy you want to bring for this brother? And see, ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand how passionate I am. I am extremely passionate about what I do. Stefan was murdered. He was murdered, and they're covering it up. Up to now, the wife haven't talked about anything regarding a gun. She ain't even say if her husband had a gun. Nothing. This woman ran down to the police station to tell them about her husband. Who does that? She did that all within and before 24 hours. Who does that? Sounds like somebody that knew what went down. And now we got Tyler and this other woman basically sharing their sentimental stories. And we're going to get on her in a minute. But we have to focus on the real, ladies and gentlemen. This man may have been abducted and we don't know. I don't believe the story the wife said. I said I don't believe the story that the wife put out. I don't believe it anymore. I don't believe it. I don't believe the story that the wife put out in terms of tWitch just left the home, didn't say where he was going, and took an Uber to a hotel. I don't believe that. It don't make logical sense. I believe this man was abducted and this man was taken to that damn hotel by some people and he was executed. And they covered it up. And she knows, allegedly. You understand? I believe that happened now. Because a wife would be on camera crying. A wife would be on camera wailing. Especially because she got kids. She would be on camera. You would see the tears flowing. She would be bawling. Her face would turn red with tears because of her love for her husband. How could you be a wife and you just accept that your man deleted himself? And you ain't even questioning whether or not he was murdered? But yet y'all talk about all this love? Fam, something happened to this brother, and we must focus on getting justice for tWitch. Do you understand me? We have to focus on that. This is sad, man. And Tyler is just basically exploiting his death at this point.
I know you may be going through some things. I know you may seem like there is no hope.
Notice, I know you may be going through some things. So let me get this straight. Tyler, with your platform and all the millions of people that you reach, you're saying that everybody that you're talking to is going through something? Okay, why don't you set up a fund for all those people that are going through something so that you could get them the proper resources that they need? Why don't you do something? You ain't doing a damn thing but running your mouth. You ain't doing nothing. All you doing is exploiting tWitch's death to promote mental illness. That's all you're doing. You trying to be sentimental. Listen to this piece again.
Part of my life. I know you may be going through some things. I know you may seem like there is no hope, but please reach out to someone. I'm going to post this number.
Why don't we reach out to you? Why don't we reach out to you? Since you running your mouth, let's reach out to you. Okay, Tyler, let's put you to the test. Since you care so much about people, right? Let's put you to the test. You got a mom out in the hood struggling. Her son got murdered. She got 3 other sons. They in the same rough community. Why don't you go purchase them a house? Put them in a nice neighborhood, put a few dollars in their account. Set her straight so she could overcome the stress that she's dealing with her kids. Why don't you go do that, sir? You ain't doing that because you don't care. So stop the cap. You would never do that. You would never take 10 families from the hood and set them straight. You wouldn't do that because you don't care. You're just saving face, just doing what you're doing, just doing what they paid you to do, right? That's all you're doing. I know people like you. People like you that got money, y'all talk the most talk, but you got no actions behind it. Just like these pulpit pimping, preaching pastors. The pastor's living rich and wealthy. He got designer clothes. He's living the best life, driving a Rolls Royce, but you gotta come to church with a skateboard. You gotta come to church by the bus. You gotta take a train and then transfer to another train just to get to church in the rain. What a shame. While your pastor is collecting the offerings and the tithes. living in his mega mansion. Have you ever wondered, ladies and gentlemen, how is it that all these pastors live in mansions, all driving Bentleys and Rolls Royces, while all the congregation are poor, busted, and disgusted? You understand? Oh, Tyler makes sure that he pay off all these preachers. You know? He makes sure of that. They're all embedded together. Don't be fooled, ladies and gentlemen. This guy don't have no care or no love for the people.
Call, ask for help.
Notice, he's telling you to call a number to ask for help. But you're supposed to be a person that believe in God, but you're not telling the people to cry out to the Lord? You're not telling the people to cry out to God? You're not telling the people to repent of their sins? You're not telling the people to pray? Instead, you're telling the people to call a number if they got some sort of problem? And you supposed to be a spiritual man? Fam, I tell you, man, the tree is known by their fruits.
If you are dealing with anything that is emotionally taking you to a place where you think you want to end your life.
So let me get this straight. So if somebody is going through anything emotionally that makes them want to end their life, you're telling them, Mr. Tyler Perry, that they need to go call an 800 number rather than going to your so-called Jesus. Is that what you're telling me? Do you see this, ladies and gentlemen? Don't they always tell you that Jesus never lost a patient? Don't they always telling you that Jesus, you can call his phone because his line is never busy? Don't they always tell you that in these churches? But yet, Tyler Perry, the religious man, the church-going man, the one who is always trying to make religious references in his movies, he's telling you to call a number about your trauma and depression and emotional issues rather than directing you to the Heavenly Father. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame.
What I realized now, looking back on all those dark times, is sometimes the pain is a buy-in. I know that's hard to understand. Not all the time. Sometimes
it's a buy-in?
Pain is a buy-in. That's the way I had to learn to look at it too.
Why you keep looking up and around, Tyler? Why can't you just focus on the camera so we could see the eye contact? This is how you know he's just making up the story as he go.
To get through it. What I mean by that is all that pain, all of that hell, all of that struggle. If I had given up, if I had stopped, I wouldn't have seen the better part of my life.
But at the same time, you got to consider this, Mr. Tyler. Twitch sees the better part of his life. He was living good. Look at him and his wife dancing. They were having fun. They just got finished celebrating their 9th wedding anniversary, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know that? They just got finished celebrating their 9th wedding anniversary. Do you know that? And yet, he's making it seem like this guy was depressed and decided to go take himself out. This is crazy. You really want us to believe that this man just ended his world when he had everything that everybody's striving for? Wow.
So I was buying into something. I was paying for something. I know that doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but for me, it was the way I was able to rationalize it.
So you were paying for your depression. You were buying into it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you noticing what he's doing here? He's basically telling you that people that are depressed, have mental illness or whatever the hell they're going through, that they are causing it themselves. He's not giving you the spiritual understanding of what's going on. He's supposed to be a man that follow the Bible, but he's not giving you the spiritual understanding of why people struggle like this. And that's sad because he have the answers that can save you and he's not giving them to you. That's sad. That's like you knowing what's going on and you're not doing nothing about it to help people. This is crazy. He know good and well what you need, but he's not telling you. And this is the problem with religious folks. When they're in the industry and they got position, they never focus on the spiritual understanding of good versus evil. They never focus on that. They tell you what you want to hear, to be emotional. Just like this, there's a couple of people in the chat. I can read them. They're all emotional. Totally emotional. They're not even listening. The message is going right over their head. They have no concept of what's going on here.
To be able to move through the pain, knowing that if I could just get through this moment, there's got to be something better. And
you're acting as if though Twitch didn't have anything better in his life. You're acting as if though he was just depressed and had nothing going on. His wife clearly is with him. If he had problems, she would have said it. She never made no mention of, oh, my husband was struggling with depression. He would be crying every night. He would be so depressed and I had to comfort him. And, my husband was just so down and out. And, I was just struggling every day trying to make him happy. She never talked about that because he always was the light of the party.
My life now, I'm the happiest I've ever been.
So you're trying to insinuate that Twitch was not happy?
Life is full of joy.
As if though Twitch life was not full of joy? Everywhere we go, people said that Twitch brought life to other people, joy to other people. He made other people smile. He made other people laugh. So you're talking about a vessel that was just glowing with energy. And you want us to believe he self-deleted? No.
Love, things I never thought I'd get to. And I'm saying that to you, if you are a person who is considering suicide or ending your life, and you've already been through a lot of hell, please, please, please think about what the other side could be. It could be amazing.
So you're telling me that it wasn't amazing for Twitch? You're saying that it wasn't amazing for Twitch? Twitch had an amazing life. He had a life that a lot of people would love to have. But you're out here exploiting him as if though you're now using that as an opportunity to talk to people. But you're not focusing on whether or not the man was murdered. Why? Because the news media said that he committed suicide? No. A man of his caliber did not self-delete. That's what you folks in the media and the mainstream is pushing because it was a blood sacrifice ritual.
And you would miss the best part of it going through the darkness.
So you're saying that Twitch missed the best part of his life?
Don't let the darkness stop you from getting to this incredible place of life.
Notice what he just said. Don't let the darkness stop you. Don't let the darkness stop you. You see, Tyler understands the spiritual implications of what's going on, but he's refusing to tell you. And that's a problem. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sherelle. I see you in the building. I ain't see you around in a minute. What's going on? You know what I mean? V-Dub Man, I see you in the building. I always have to give Sherelle her shout outs. You already done know what that is. All right, let's go.
My hope is that if you need help, that you reach out, call this number.
Notice.
God bless you.
Notice he's telling you to call a number, but he ain't tell you to call the Messiah.
I'm with you. I'm a living witness. You can make it.
He said that he's with you. If he's with you, DM Tyler Perry right now so he can help you. I bet you he will ignore your DM. He will ignore your DM.
Through it. And I'm so glad that my attempts didn't work. I'm still alive.
Notice, he said, I'm glad my attempts didn't work. Everything he said right there is cap. He's lying. He never did nothing. He's just saying that for the camera.
The best part of my life, and I would have missed it had I decided to end it.
Well, when you look at Twitch, he came from a background where he wasn't successful and then he became successful. How do you explain that, Tyler Perry? How do you explain a man that got all the success that people are searching for and he still ended his life? Everything you said, Tyler, is pure garbage. Because when you think about it, Twitch he had 3 beautiful children. He had a wife beautiful home, automobiles, money, fame, success, business opportunities, sponsorships. He have everything going. What made him delete himself? You cannot answer that question, Tyler. You can't. And he have a mom that showed him nothing but love, and a dad that showed him nothing but love. The man was murdered, fam. Twitch was murdered. He was murdered. Somebody murdered him. Somebody killed him. Do you understand? Somebody took this brother's life. Somebody took his life and they cut him short because he was on his way. He was on his way to greater success, and they did not want to see this brother win. They did not want to see him win. How many times are you going to say in my chat, oh my God, stop? How many times are you going to do that? Like, are you telling me to stop what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to figure this one out. Because I'm watching these comments on the side right there. And I want to know what's going on. It's like, how many times are you going to tell me to stop doing what I'm doing? Doesn't even make no sense. Like, seriously, like, why don't you stop viewing me? Like, you ever wonder, ladies and gentlemen, people are watching me telling me to stop, but they're viewing me. Why don't you go view something else? Why are you here? Like, this is crazy. Why are you subscribed for? I'm talking about justice for Twitch, and it's like, you want me to stop, so you don't want justice for Twitch. Basically, that's what you're saying. You don't want no justice for him. This is crazy. There's a lot of people here, fam, that are not followers of the Most High. This is why I told you, ladies and gentlemen, on social media, there's a battle between good and evil. That's what's going on here. I'm here fighting for the justice of Twitch by speaking out against these type of issues, and agents are in the chat telling me to stop. Those are demonic spirits. There's no other way I can put it. And this is why I told you, when you watch this particular stream, don't be in your emotions, because this stream is all about logic. Tyler has been exploiting people for a very long time, and he's exploiting the opportunity to talk about suicides and all this other stuff to promote phone numbers, because, again, he's under contracts, and most likely for him to even put numbers and phone numbers in on his videos, that means he's getting some sort of cut, allegedly, from some sort of company by promoting them. That's what this is all about.
So, well, I did, but if it had worked. So
notice this. Notice what he just said there. Let's rewind that back. Let's go. Let's rewind that back a little bit.
I decided to end it. So, well, I did, but if it had worked.
Notice. So that means he went through with doing something to end his life, but it didn't work. Do you see what he's saying? It's crazy.
So, thank you. My prayers are with you. Let's end this new year loving us, loving on each other, encouraging ourselves.
What do you mean loving on each other? What have you done for anybody? What have you done? What have you done? You said all those words, but you're not doing anything for any families. Nothing. Just a bunch of hot air. And this is what these celebrities do. They come on camera, they start talking like they really care, and they don't care. You saying this now that this man is gone. Where were you when Twitch was alive? Where were you? Where were you? Were you calling his phone? Were you checking in on him? You weren't doing nothing. But all of a sudden now you want to act sentimental like you care. Telling people to call numbers if they feeling down and they feeling stressed. Look at Twitch's life. Twitch had everything. So if that's the case, then that means that if a person was going to self-delete, you would never know. So it don't even make no sense to tell anybody to call any damn number. Because he had everything going. You understand? This is crazy, man.
Because it's going to take that from within. God bless you. Rest in peace, Twitch.
Notice he said, rest in peace, Twitch. Tyler, you claim you follow God. You're telling a man that self-delete to rest in peace? Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Listen to this very carefully. I don't care who it offends. If Twitch committed suicide, he went straight to hell. Do you understand me? Are you listening to me? Because Tyler's not going to tell you that, because Tyler's a hypocrite. I'm going to tell you, because I got to answer to the Most High when I depart the land of the living. If Twitch committed self-deletion, he's lifting his eyes in hell's fire because he murdered himself. He didn't go to heaven. You don't go to heaven by committing suicide. Tyler should know better. But Tyler's not telling you that. He's telling Twitch to rest in peace. Tyler Perry's a hypocrite, fam. Straight up and down. You're supposed to tell the people the truth. See, listen, fam, I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing to you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. If you commit suicide, let me tell you something, people. Listen to this very carefully. If getting to heaven was as simple as you dying, then everybody would be committing suicide. Everybody would be committing suicide. Because, hey, if I could just get to heaven by just taking my own life, then everybody would be doing it. That's not how it works, ladies and gentlemen. You take your own life, you're going straight to hell. So why in the world would anybody want to take their own life? This man was murdered. Ain't no resting in peace. There is no resting in peace if you self-delete. Tyler Perry knows that, and he didn't tell you the truth. He's fake, bruh. But yet he want to put this image out there like he following God. It's crazy. Somebody in the chat said, ain't no hell, ain't no fire. Okay, keep living. When you die, you're going to find out. You okay? You can rock out in the comments. You can say what you want. You know, you're entitled to your opinion, but I'm entitled to mine. If you believe ain't no hell, ain't no fire, keep on living. When you die, you will have your part in that lake of fire if you ain't following the Most High. It's just that simple. You'll see. Straight up and down. Let's go. Look, he give you the numbers to call. It's crazy.
Hello there.
Now listen to this. Because this part right here, I didn't like at all. And I want you to see how she builds up. Now, one thing you have to understand about women, brothers and sisters, is women can make themselves cry at the drop of a dime. I said women can make themselves cry at the drop of a dime. Right? But now check this out. Watch how she speak and build up to this. Now keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, Twitch's own wife didn't come on camera to cry. Listen.
Y'all all right? I just left my son's.
Notice, I just left my son's. Already, she's being emotional. If this is about Twitch, let's not talk about your son. We don't want to hear about that. Talk about Twitch. Don't talk about your son, because you're talking about your son because you're trying to get yourself emotional. I can read you. Trust and believe, I can read you. You know what I mean? She want everybody to see her earrings. You got to understand how they do it, fam. And these be the church goers. These be the church people right here. Let's go. Let's listen to this.
Last elementary Christmas performance. And
she's trying to get herself hyped up to start crying. I know the MO.
I was like, oh my God, I remember him being in kindergarten doing these performances every year, I remember.
Do you see? Touching of the face. The lies are beginning.
But just something about starting at kindergarten and then 5th grade knowing he's going to graduate from elementary. I was so emotional.
So emotional. That's exactly what she wants you to be. Emotional.
I remember my daughter doing the same thing. You know,
now she remembers her daughter doing the same thing.
So emotional. They sung the same song, Wonderful World.
Right, people. What is she crying about? That's what I'm trying to say. What is she crying about? Why is she doing this? For clout. Because if you can cry in front of people, it'll make people like you in the world. They'll be like, oh, she's crying. Let me subscribe to her page. Let me follow her. Oh my goodness, she's so nice. She's so sentimental and loving. Let me buy her products because, you know, she sells different products. She got things on Amazon talking about, you know, feeding the soul or something along them lines. So, you know, she got products to sell. She got a lot of things she wants you to buy. I can read right through these people, man. Straight up and down, fam. Let's go.
And I was just thinking about.
What you were thinking about?
How small of a time that children are children.
You see what she's doing?
We only get a little bit of time.
Why are you talking about children?
To allow a child to be a child.
Wow.
And then we all grow up.
What does this have to do with Twitch?
And the world gets hard.
She's playing on your emotions, people. I can read it.
And for some of us,
this is sad.
We feel it's too hard.
Now she's saying for some of us, it feels too hard. Why are you crying, ma'am? Why are you crying and his wife is not even doing this? Like, seriously, I don't care if you're crying. None of that stuff bothers me. I am not emotional like this. I am thinking 100% logical. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of judges that have to deal with court cases, they cannot be emotional when being a judge. If I seen her doing this in the court of law, I'd be like, look, we don't got time for all of this. We need the facts. We need you to straighten up and get to the point. What does you talking about your son or anything have to do with Twitch? And then you used all of that emotions to get all the women, because I know how this thing works, you get all the women emotionally riled up. And then you start to talk about people checking out so that you can make your point. And that's how they gain the followers. That's how they get the likes. That's how they get the shares. I could read right through this, man. You know? And again, we got about 900 in the building. I would greatly appreciate it if you click that like button. Unlike other folks out here, fam, I'm keeping it 1,000 with you. And I'm doing my job to make sure that I'm bringing awareness to all of these different situations. So if you like the work, if you appreciate the content, you know, show your support by clicking that like button. Because all you're doing is helping other people to find the stream so they could be edified and notified about what's going on over here.
And we take matters into our own hands.
Matter of fact, hold on a second.
Because
hold on a second. Let me rewind it to the beginning. I'm going to play it straight through. I'm not going to interrupt because I know how a lot of you folks are. You be like, just play the video, man. Just play the video. Just don't write that in the chat because if you do, I'm going to block you. But I know how some people are, right? So I'm going to play it from the beginning and I'm not going to interrupt. I'm just going to let her speak and then I'm going to come back around and then I'm going to break down what she have to say. That's fair enough for you? Okay, let's do that.
I just left my son's last elementary Christmas performance. And I was like, oh my God, I remember him being in kindergarten doing these performances every year, I remember. But just something about starting at kindergarten and then 5th grade knowing he's going to graduate from elementary. I was so emotional. I remember my daughter doing the same thing, and I was so emotional. They sung the same song, Wonderful World. And I was just thinking about how small of a time that children are children. we only get a little bit of time to allow a child to be a child. And then we all grow up and the world gets hard.
She's playing on your emotions.
And for some of us, we feel it's too hard.
Like she cares about Twitch.
And we take matters into our own hands.
Anything for that clout.
Because we don't think it'll get easier.
This is fake.
But it will.
And she's an
And
actor.
So hearing about
She's an
Twitch,
actor. She's an actor, by the way. So she know how to cry.
Right in the middle of my son's performance made me even more emotional and sad.
I gotta get that. I gotta get that violin
Not
music.
just
I gotta get that.
for Twitch, but for anybody out there who may be struggling
So it's not really about Twitch.
right now because
Aw,
you
man.
feel that
This is
life
crazy.
is too hard for you.
This is crazy.
And I've been there where I thought that it wasn't going to get better, but it did. So I want to encourage anybody out there right now who you are thinking about giving up.
Clout chasing to
It
the max.
will get better. You just got to hold on and don't give up.
Oh my goodness, bro. This is just sad.
Joy will come again. You just got to believe it.
This is fake.
You got to hold on. You got to fight for your life, okay? Sometimes that's what it feels like. Sometimes it feels like you got to fight for your life.
Anything for
You
that camera.
deserve that. You are worthy to be here. We need you here. We love you. And if it helps you at all, reach deep down inside and find the child inside of you
Find the child inside of
that
you.
was once happy.
Oh
And
my
hold
goodness,
on to
man.
that feeling until you begin to feel better, until you find your joy again, until you find your freedom again. But don't give up. I love you. I love you. You are loved. You are needed. Please don't give up, y'all. All right? Very good. I'll talk to y'all later.
Totally fake. This is totally fake. You should be ashamed of yourself, Miss Brown. You should be ashamed of yourself. Seriously. You should be ashamed. You're doing that for the gram. You're doing that for the cameras. You're doing that because you want attention. You're bringing the spotlight on yourself. You're violating biblical scriptures. You're doing all of that for clout. This had nothing to do with Twitch. You just used it as an opportunity to gain some attention by acting like you care. Let's rewind this thing from the top. Break this thing down. Share our commentary. This is crazy. Let me see.
Hey, what's going on?
Okay, hold on a second. All right.
There. Y'all all right?
Notice she starts off with a smile. You see the smile? She starts off with a big old smile, right? Let's pay attention to body language.
I just left my son's.
She starts off talking about her sons because you got to think of something to make yourself cry. And also keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this woman is an actor. Like that's her profession, actor. Always remember that. Actor. They know how to cry. They know the cues. They know how to make their face water up. This is what they get paid to do. And keep in mind also that everything she's doing is to play on your emotions. You know what I mean? It's all about your emotions. This had nothing to do with Twitch. This had nothing to do with him. It's just pure clout chasing looking for attention, and gaining new viewers. Because when people see stuff like that, man, they click the like button quick. If I got on camera and I start crying and wailing, you'd be surprised how many people start donating, start subscribing, sharing the video like, yo, man, he was crying. He shed so many tears, man. He's just so sweet. That's how people are because they're emotional. Look.
Last elementary Christmas performance.
See, you are supposed to be a woman that followed the Lord. And you're talking about a Christmas performance? Oh my goodness. Wow. Ma'am, do you realize the Bible that you have tell you not to even participate in the ways of the heathen? But you're talking about you're celebrating these performances. This is how I know that this is staged, man.
And I was like, oh my God, I remember him being in kindergarten.
What does any of this have to do with Twitch? What does this have to do with Twitch? Why are you even why you brought up Twitch for? Why you brought up Twitch? Why are you talking about, you are trying to make yourself cry? I can see through this. I'm so good at reading body language. It's so easy for me.
During these performances every year, I remember.
You see the fakery? You see that? The rubbing of the face. So right there, she's beginning the lies and she's going into acting mode. Yeah, I need some of that popcorn too, fam, because this is crazy.
But just something about starting at kindergarten and then 5th grade knowing he's going to graduate from elementary. I was so emotional.
She was so emotional. There you go. She want you to be emotional too.
I remember my daughter doing the same thing, and I was so emotional.
Now she's getting those emotions really riled up right now. You know, similar to some of you brothers, you know what I mean? You with your woman and, you know, you might be having a dispute and she called the cops. When the cops come, all of a sudden she crying, got a pool of tears, and they take you in them handcuffs. And you're like, wait a minute, you weren't crying before. She made herself cry so those cops could see that. Once the cops saw her tears, they take you away because they think you're the aggressor automatically. They know how to do that.
They sung the same song, Wonderful World.
Wow, Wonderful World.
And I was just thinking about how small of a time that children are children.
What does any of this stuff have to do with Twitch, ma'am? You're not making any sense. The tears, none of that emotional stuff moved me. I could care less about any of that stuff. What does any of that dramatics have to do with Twitch and his death? Because he didn't commit suicide. He was murdered. So what does this have to do with him? And why are you doing this and how much they pay you? Because anytime I see actors and celebrities taking it to social media to make any sort of public videos like this, the first thing that comes to my mind is that y'all clout chasing and you're exploiting this man's death because the powers that be put you up to it. They said it'll be good for business. They said it'll be good for your public image. If you say something, it'll help you to gain new followers, perhaps to sell more products and services because they'll see you as a good person. See what I mean? I'm just giving you the game.
We only get a little bit of time.
We'd only get a little bit of time
to allow a child to be a child.
What does any of this have to do with Twitch? Nothing. So what are you talking about? You're getting yourself all emotional so you can start your crying in hopes that people won't see through the BS. But I can see through it. You understand? Let's go.
And then?
And then what?
We all grow up.
Grow up.
And the world gets hard.
No, the world don't get hard. Please stop. The world don't get hard. Life have challenges, but let's stop acting as if though everything is hard. See all the emotional expressions? You see all of that type of stuff? They love to do that type of stuff, fam.
And for some of us.
Right. Why Ellen then make an emotional video crying like this? That's a good point you made. Blue eye. That's a good point. I'm trying to figure out why the wife haven't made a video yet shedding tears, why Ellen haven't made a video shedding tears. We don't got none of them shedding tears, but we got this woman shedding tears. Why? For what? He's not your man. He's not your family member. Why are you shedding tears for this situation? Because I know you ain't shedding tears for him. You're just doing that for the gram. You know? You're doing this publicly because you want to record yourself. You probably tried recording yourself 3 or 4 times already. I wouldn't be surprised if she sat there recording herself with 3 takes and this one was the best one and she chose this one because it sounds very emotional. I wouldn't be surprised if she did that.
We feel it's too hard.
No, you're lying. Notice we feel it's too hard. So you want us to believe that tWitch, who had a family, children, success, money, homes, cars, investments, it's too hard for him. What's too hard for him, Miss Brown? What's too hard for tWitch that he can't overcome? Please stop with the fake tears. Please stop with the fakery. I don't got no time for this. You're an actor. I know you're acting. You said in the beginning, you're in your emotions. You're not fooling me.
And we take matters into our own hands.
We take matters into our own hands. So you're a part of the narrative that he deleted himself, right? So Miss Brown, why is it that you don't think somebody else killed him? Why you don't assume that maybe this is a situation of foul play? Perhaps somebody deleted him. So perhaps somebody lined him up. Why you're going with the first story that he deleted himself? This doesn't even make any sense. You're talking about taking matters into their own hands. Like you care. You don't care about these people. Why are you doing this? How much did they pay you? How much did they pay you? Where were you when rapper Takeoff died? Where were you? Where were you when Shanquella died? Where were you? Are you fighting for their justice? Are you out here crying for them and shedding tears? Did you cry for rapper Takeoff? Did you cry because they murdered him and he was a young 28-year-old brother? Oh, you didn't do that. You know why? Because it wasn't a good opportunity to exploit anyone with that. But because of this, it helps your business. It helps you sell products because you talk a lot about feeding the soul. Am I reading you correctly, Miss Brown? You're doing this because you want people to purchase your tapes, products, services, vegan material. That's what you're really doing this for. I can read through you. You understand? Now, I did a little background check to find out what she's really about and stuff like that. Comes to find out she got a couple of things that she sell, products and stuff like that. And I'm looking at what's going on and it's aligning with what she sell. So she's not really doing this from the heart because she really cares about people. She's doing this because it'll help bring in new revenue. That's what this is all about. You know what I mean? It says she's an actor from Google. If you do a Google search on her name, you pretty much can find out all that information. Let's check it out more. Let's go.
Because we don't think it'll get easier.
We don't think it will get easier. So are you implying that tWitch was struggling beyond measure and didn't think it was easier? So you're crying for another man and his wife is not even crying for him? His wife is not even crying. Why his wife is not on video crying? Why are you on video crying for another man? Why are you on video crying for another man when you're supposed to have a man? Right? Because it's clear that you want everybody to see your ring. You know, you're doing all of these things because you want people to see these things. I know about how people like you are. You know, you want people to see your ring. You want people to see your earrings. You want people to see that, you know, you're talking and crying. You want all of this type of stuff, right? You want the attention. I get it.
But it will.
But it will. And then you're doing more crying, more games.
And so hearing about Twitch.
Hearing about Twitch. Now watch how she switched gears. Hearing about Twitch. She wants you to believe that this is about Twitch.
Right in the middle of my son's performance.
Right in the middle of my son's performance.
Made me even more emotional.
Why would it make you emotional for? Your son is not dead. Twitch is the one that's dead, not your son. Stop it. Just stop. Stop. She's playing games, fam. I could read right through it.
It's sad. Not just.
So let me get this straight. You get sad like this every time everybody dies? Really? Because I don't. I'm just saying, do she get sad like this every time everybody die? I mean, like, so let me get this straight. So if you're at a game with your son and you hear that so-and-so died, do you just start getting emotional and start crying all of a sudden? Like, please stop, woman. Stop. This is crazy, man. I don't want to hear none of this nonsense. She's doing this for clout, bro. Because people die every single day. You don't get up on IG Live and just start making videos about, well, you know, when I was at my son thing and I heard that Twitch died, I just started getting more sad. So you get sad every time everybody die? You get sad about everybody? So anybody that died, you just start crying and getting sad every single time? Stop lying.
For Twitch, but for.
Notice she said for Twitch, but. Listen, people. Listen, I taught y'all how this thing goes. Listen, she's going to cancel out Twitch. Watch this.
Just for Twitch, but for anybody out there who may be struggling.
Notice that, for Twitch, but for anyone out there that may be struggling. So this is not even about Twitch anymore. It's about her agenda. Do you see that? That's what this is all about. You know? Yeah, I talked about that. She's just showing off her earrings. I talked about that.
Right now, because you feel that life is too hard for you.
Notice that. You feel that life is too hard for you. But now it's no longer about Twitch now. It's about how she can get you to think that she's here to support you during your struggles. So hopefully you can, you know, support her products, her services, and everything else. You understand? Just basically trying to cash in off this man's death. That's pretty much what this is about.
And I've been there where I thought.
So you've been there too? Really? Oh, wow.
That it wasn't going to get better.
So you thought it wasn't going to get better. So now you want the whole world to know that you're just like Tyler Perry. Y'all all wanted to delete yourselves, right? But y'all all successful, making a truckload of money, doing very well, right? But you want everybody to believe that it's going to get better, right? Well, why don't you help those people to get better rather than just talking crap on the gram?
But it did. So I want to encourage anybody out there right now.
You want to encourage them. Why don't you put some money in their account? Why don't you do that? You ain't going to do that. You ain't going to do that, just like Tyler not going to do that. So stop. Stop talking about you want to encourage. You ain't encouraging nobody to come to the Lord. You claim that you used to watch Medea every time after church. That's what you said. How come you ain't encouraging anybody to come to the Lord? How you ain't going to tell these people come to the Most High Yah? Why? You embarrassed? Let me get this straight. Because you know, in the industry, once you get successful, you become ashamed to talk about the Lord. You become ashamed to talk about the Bible. You don't even want to mention it. Why? Because you figure it'll mess up your career. And they avoid talking about the scriptures. Why she ain't telling anybody to come to the Lord?
You are thinking about giving up.
Okay, if you think about it.
It will get better.
How is it going to get better? Get better in what way? What are you talking about? How? How is it going to get better? How is it going to get better? It didn't get better for Twitch. It didn't get better for him, right? So how is it going to get better for anybody else? You believe that Twitch deleted himself. So how is it going to get better? How is it going to get better? How? In what way? What is going to get better? See, they don't even know what they're talking about. And see, this is what I mean. They're pushing this mental illness stuff and, you know, you need to call this number and, you know, it's going to get better. And if you feel like ending your life and all this other stuff, who's paying all these people to do this? Who's paying them? Somebody's paying them.
You just gotta hold on.
Hold on for what? And who? Hold on? What do you mean hold on? You making it seem like everybody out here trying to end their life. Why would a man... See, here's the thing. To this woman, Brown, why would Twitch end his life when he have 3 kids that need him? A wife, success, money. Why would he end his life? What would be the motive? Everybody that committed suicide had a motive. What is his motive? What is the motivation? Something had to motivate you to self-delete. Something had to motivate you. So what caused it? What made him do it? She's not making no sense. She's using it as an opportunity to clout chase, to benefit herself. That's all this is about. She don't care about the people, and she definitely don't care about Twitch. Because if she did, she would be fighting for his justice, not being emotional and crying. We know she ain't crying for Twitch. She's doing that for the gram, for the cameras. That's what she's doing it for.
And don't give up. Joy will come again. You just gotta believe it.
Really? They gotta believe it? And you're just so distraught. Look at all this emotional stuff. This is crazy. So you going all emotional, all out with all these tears. Fake crocodile tears that you conjured up. Yeah, fake. It's just fake outrage. Fake. Everything is fake. But his wife is not on camera crying. So why are you crying? You're not crying for him. And always remember this, ladies and gentlemen. This woman is recording herself. She's recording herself. Why would you be recording yourself crying? Because if you had a message that is professional, that you want to reach the people out there to get help for whatever reason, you wouldn't be on camera crying. That's not how professionals do it in the industry. You're doing it like that because you want them to be emotional. You want to emotionally stimulate people through tears. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure people may have possibly allegedly donated to something. You know? It may have happened. But I'm not buying none of these tears and all this other nonsense. I can see through all of that.
You gotta hold on.
You gotta hold on. Sounds like a religious song.
You gotta fight for your life.
Fight for your life. You see this? Notice all of this fakery, all this fake outrage, fake concern. You gotta fight for your life. In what way? How do they fight for their life, Miss Brown? Miss Brown, how do people fight for their life? How? How do they fight for their life? How do they do that? See, they don't even know how they do that. They don't even know what they're talking about.
Okay, sometimes that's what it feels like. Sometimes it feels like you gotta fight for your life.
Sometimes you feel like you gotta fight for your life, really.
You deserve that. You are worthy to be here.
You're worthy to be here. Now you talking that Christian talk. Worthy to be here. You acting like somebody else took them out. People that self-delete, delete themselves. I do not feel sorry for anybody that delete themselves. I know that Twitch didn't delete himself. I know that Twitch was murdered. To everybody that's in the cloud, I Ringo TV believe that Twitch was murdered. That's my belief. Twitch was murdered. Somebody murdered this man. Even his wife is going along with the narrative of he deleted himself. What wife does that? A wife doesn't do that. A wife will fight for her husband, especially if you know your husband. That's like if, most high forbid, something happened to me. I'm talking about me. If something happened to me, most high forbid. And for whatever reason, it's all over the news media that I deleted myself. You think my wife is going to sit there and just accept that nonsense? No, she ain't accepting that. Not in a long shot. You know why? Because she knows me. Do you understand me? she would know that somebody set me up. She would know that somebody lined me up and made it look a certain way. She would be fighting till kingdom come. And every media outlet would have to go along with what she's saying. Because they're like, wow, his wife is fighting for him. Because she knows me. So I'm trying to figure out why Twitch wife is not fighting for him if he was such a loving man that was full of life and would never do such a thing. Come on, people! Wake up! This man was murdered. Twitch was murdered. He was murdered, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you.
We need you here. We love you.
Why would you say we need you here? We love you. You don't love any of these people. What are you talking about? How are you going to say you love these people that you don't even know? You don't even know these people. You're talking about we need you here. We love you. Stop with the emotions, fam. Seriously.
And if it helps you at all, reach deep down inside and find the child inside of you.
What do you mean find the child inside of you? What is all of this emotional nonsense? What do you mean by find the child inside of you? You want us all to think like children rather than adults? What are you doing? We're adults. Listen, woman, we are adults. We are not children. This is crazy. She wants us to think like children.
That was once happy.
That was once happy. So you want us to believe that we're all sad, that we're all miserable, that Twitch was miserable. He wasn't happy when he danced with his wife 24 hours before he got deleted, right? You want us to believe that.
And hold on to that feeling until you begin to feel better.
So they're going to feel better by acting like they're a child. That's what you're saying? So your solution, Ms. Brown, is for a grown man or woman to think and remember when they were a child, when they were happy, and just to think about that. And that's going to somehow just make all their problems go away. Right? Up to now, Ms. Brown, you haven't told these people nothing about Jesus. You haven't told them nothing about the Bible. You haven't told them nothing about God. Nothing. You haven't given them no hope. You know good and well that the Bible tells you to go out and preach and teach and give these people hope. But you ain't giving them no hope. You're telling them to think like a child. Well, according to the Bible, it says when I was a child, I thought like a child and I was doing childish things. But when I put that away and I became a man, I thought like a man. You understand? The Bible didn't tell us to go around there and act like some damn child. It told us to think like an adult. She's telling you to go back to thinking like a child. That violates scripture.
You find your joy again until you find your freedom again.
No, they need to find the Lord, Ms. Brown. And y'all should be ashamed of yourselves because y'all claim y'all following God, claiming y'all going to church, and y'all ain't even giving people any hope. People out here dying, and y'all not even giving them the gospel. Y'all ain't giving them no hope. Nothing. Y'all got these large platforms with millions of followers, and y'all don't give the people no hope. None. It's sad. This is sad, man. The people that got the large microphones and the clout and the platforms ain't doing nothing to reach the people, but they claim they following God.
But don't give up.
Why is she so emotional, bro?
I love you.
You don't know them, so stop saying you love them. You don't know them. Stop. This is fake, man. This is fake love, fake outrage.
I love you. You are loved.
How do you know they are loved if they're feeling depressed? What are you talking about? Stop lying to these people.
You are needed.
If they're needed, why don't you do something for them? If they're needed, you do something for them. You're not doing nothing for them. They don't believe you. She's really acting. And again, ladies and gentlemen, she is an actor, like in real life, seriously. She's an actor. So all this stuff she's doing, don't buy into that nonsense. because she's just acting at this point.
Please don't give up, y'all.
Please don't give up.
All right. Very good.
You see the smiles? You see the smiles? You see that? All of that is fakery, ladies and gentlemen. Right after she finished and she clicked stop on her phone, she's like, yes, that was some good work I did. That was some good work. Wow, I can't wait to post this on IG. I can't wait to post this on TikTok. I can't wait till people start doing videos and they start spreading the awareness of my tears. I'm gonna gain so much success, man. I can't wait. And that's what she did. At no point did her or Tyler teach anybody to follow the Most High, to give them an encouraging word. Nothing. They didn't give them no hope. None whatsoever. Isn't that crazy? You're supposed to give the people hope. You're supposed to give the people hope, Miss Brown. You're supposed to tell the people about the truth. You're supposed to reach in your spirit and give them the word of the Most High. This is what you're supposed to do, but you didn't do that. You want them to call numbers and act like children. Tyler didn't give people nothing. He didn't give you no word. Sad. Very, very sad. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get up on out of here. You already done know what it is. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe today for the best reactionary videos ever. Only on Ringo TV Reactions you will find the best commentary and criticism, the best reactionary videos. We don't sugarcoat nothing. We keep everything 1,000 with you. We focus on the truth. We rep the Most High over here. We call out the BS. We stand for justice and truth. And it is what it is. I'm a family man. I know what it's like to raise children. I know what it's like to cry. I know what it's like to go through hardship and pain, difficulty. Been there, done that. I ain't never deleting myself. So people that do that, they cowards at the end of the day. It's nothing to be celebrated. But the mainstream media is pushing self-deletion as some sort of thing that is being normalized now. And people are going out here accepting that Twitch pretty much did this to himself. And it's almost like they used him as a sacrifice to push this throughout the month. And now everybody's going to be talking about mental illness is real, y'all. It's so real, y'all. Sad. Again, where is the wife and why she's not crying on camera? Why is this woman crying on camera and his wife is not crying? We don't see the mother on camera crying. Nobody crying. But strangers that don't even know them. Sad, right? Anyway, y'all, appreciate everybody stopping by. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe today. Click the notification bell for all so that you can be notified when I go live. If you like my content and you would like to sponsor my show, you can do that via Cash App, $ Ringo TV Raw. All your support and contributions goes towards the work that I'm doing. For without you, I'm unable to do these things. It's very encouraging when people show up to the streams. I would appreciate it if you haven't already to click the like button. It goes a long way with the algorithm to help others to find the stream, especially after it's over with. I may come back on later on tonight. So that being said, I appreciate all your support. Shout out to the mods in the building, the chat, everybody that been rocking with the platform. Again, without you, this is not even possible. If nobody showed up to the streams, I wouldn't even have a stream. So, hey, give yourself a round of applause. That being said, y'all, we're gonna sign off. Go get me something to eat. All right? So, yeah. Ringo TV Reactions, the #1 reactionary channel on YouTube, providing you and yours with the best commentary and criticism in these YouTube streets. Make sure you subscribe to the channel today. Click the notification bell for all so you can be notified when we go live and upload new videos. Ringo TV Reactions, providing the best commentary and criticism on YouTube like no other. Make sure you subscribe today. Ringo TV Reactions.
Late in the night, right in the dark, searching for your love.
Yeah!
Late in the night,
We out, fam.
right in the dark.
I'll catch you in the next stream. Ringo TV Reactions. We out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $RingoTVRaw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.